What you're witnessing is a daring attempt to rescue a 9-year-old black Labrador named Hardy that was out on a walk and found himself trapped in the partially frozen river. Fire and rescue services were called, who crawled across the thin ice.
Good boy!
The dog is back on shore where he's dried off and happily wagging his tail, thanking his rescuers. And here you see the emotions of a little girl named Bedell from Nigeria after receiving a doll. Some guys notice a couple of seal pups need help and capture them. Fishing line is wrapped around the neck of the first animal.
You gonna get better now?
They cut it off and the baby seal runs back to the ocean. The second seal has plastic wrapped around its neck. When they cut it off and open the net, the seal is calm, relaxed, and not trying to bite anyone. It likes to be pet and wants to hang around with its new friends. Asrar Khan Usmani has saved so many animals, the people have nicknamed him the Spider-Man of Bangalore, because he climbs tall buildings and trees to help the animals. He's rescued cats, dogs, monkeys, and birds that have been trapped in difficult places. He also works with veterinarians and firefighters anytime an animal needs help. Asrar is a random act of kindness just waiting to happen. A woman uses a pair of kitchen tongs to snatch 4 baby ducks out of a sewer drain they had fallen into.
Oh, look, she hears him! She hears him! Go back! Oh, that's like the sweetest reunion ever.
A man from San Diego took part in a random act of kindness project and came up with the idea to take some homeless people out to breakfast. Being homeless once himself, he rounded up some hungry-looking people from the street and gathered them together at a restaurant for breakfast. No, he's not rich, and he didn't win the lottery, and is still trying to survive himself. A man in Perth, Australia stepped into a gap between the train wagon and the platform, and his leg was stuck. Authorities tried to free him. When this didn't work, they asked everyone inside the cars to go outside and help push the train enough so the man could get his leg out. On the second try, he was free. A traffic cop runs over to help an old lady get across the road safely. A man with special adult needs found himself behind on his home taxes, and he had lost all the people that had helped care for him: his mother, grandmother, his father, and his brother. Neighbors learned that he had a $50,000 tax lien placed on his house, and he might end up losing his home. They started a GoFundMe page and was able to raise enough money to save his home, and at the last moment, a neighbor donated $3,000 for additional taxes. That's a lot of kindness. Eugene Yoon wanted to do a life-altering act of kindness. He saw a video on his Facebook page about a man named Arthur who was unable to walk. Eugene knew he had to help him, but it would cost $80,000. Eugene quit his job and hiked from the California-Mexico border to Canada. People donated to his cause, and he was able to buy the robotic exoskeleton so Arthur could walk again. He then went searching for another random act of kindness project and met Alberto Velasquez, a seamster that lives with 24 family members under a single roof. Eugene said that for years he wanted to start a clothing line, and Alberto had inspired him to finally do it. Now Alberto gets paid making shirts that Eugene sells on kinlovgra.com, a win-win act of kindness. In China 2017, 2 cars collided at an intersection. The car overturns, leaving the driver trapped inside as a man tries to pull him out. But it's not going to happen. But within 20 minutes, more than 20 people rushed to help push the small SUV back to the upright position. Believe it or not, no one was injured in the accident. Traffic can be scary. A small dog was hit by a car that didn't stop. That's when an 11-year-old boy raced out into the street facing oncoming traffic and picked up the injured dog and brought him to safety. That's a super dangerous thing for a small, young child to do. The boy was praised for his heroic actions. A man who looks inebriated was crossing a railway with his bike when he tripped and fell down with the bike. The man then starts to pick up the items on the ground. Unaware there's a train he can't see behind him, headed towards his way at full speed. Railway workers start running towards the man, and one just barely tackles and pushes the man off the tracks as the train speeds by. In Bangladesh, a flooded river separated a baby deer from its family, but a local teenage boy took the tiny deer in his hands, raised his arms, and crossed the river. Sometimes the water was even above this brave kid's head while he skillfully crossed the river, bringing the animal to the shore.